Well, that's 8 years of hard work down the drain. That's because 8 years ago, this field was just a conventionally farmed field. Now, don't get me wrong, the farmers farming it were doing a good job, but it's really sandy land. Thousands of years ago, this whole place was under water. And as that water receded, as the glaciers receded, large ancient rivers washed in a bunch of sand into this area. And when I say a lot of sand, I mean 30 feet of sand. To be honest, I wasn't even sure if I was making a difference out here with my grazing management, but now that I've disced this up, I can see I had fantastic results. Look at that, 3 fingers deep. I guess it makes sense. When the ice melted and the water receded and all this sand got deposited here, this place was a desert for 1,000 years. Sand dunes and all. That's why we have such rolling topography here. Slowly the sand dunes were overtaken with this kind of grass right here, this rhizomatic grass. Now this is bluegrass, and that's probably not the kind of grass that was here back then, but that's what happened. Grass took over the sand, the bison came in, and this place turned into a prairie. Now it's not a full prairie anymore because after the prairie, well, succession took place and the boreal forest moved in. And so right now, and for the last 1,000 years, this place has been on a razor's edge between the forest and the prairie. Even though that desert and sand dunes were thousands of years ago, they're still around. And if we're not careful, our hilltops, if they're farmed, or we don't keep trees on them and we don't keep grass on them, a lot of times they turn back to this. Now back to the farm. This field's been in production for probably over a century. And the soil was starting to look a little tired. Just like this soil that a pocket gopher pulled up. It's just straight sand. So we made a change and we planted it all to perennial forage. And over the last 8 years, man, look at the change. There's actually some color in there. There's some carbon in that. It looks almost like topsoil. So why are we ripping it all up? Well, the answer is partly this, farm equipment. It's too much money. It's too high overheads for a small farm. Plus, making hay really sucks. So this year, we're going to plant a warm season cover crop in here for our winter feed. The nice thing about a warm season cover crop is that you can find somebody to put it in on a custom basis. There's lots of grain farmers around here with really nice new equipment, and they can seed this 30-acre field in an hour. It's a win in my books. I don't have to spend all summer making hay. I get a high-quality ration for the cows over the winter, and the crop maintains the soil fertility on this sandy land. I'm sure going to miss these alfalfa plants, and even though I'm a die-hard perennial guy, I think this is a good compromise. Look at that. There's over an inch of litter and topsoil forming there. There wasn't any 8 years ago. I know what you're thinking. Why don't I just skip the tillage and use a no-till drill to put in the crop? Well, the problem is nobody around here has one. So I got to do it old school this time. I know it's not ideal, but nothing usually is. There's one of those ancient sand dunes I was talking about, starting to rear its ugly head again. I'm going to have to be careful there. Well, time to get back at it. Come back and check it out later this fall and see if it actually turns out.